everyone. This is the upper body workout today, and we're going to hit all those major muscles in your upper body. So we'll start with a nice dynamic warm-up, and then we'll roll through typical exercises that are done. The focus is going to be form and technique, so I'll just do an exercise one time. Feel free to pause the video at any point to do a second or third set of the exercise. And our workout will be about 30 minutes, and we will stretch a little bit at the end as well. All right? Hope you have a good time and be safe. Make sure that you have something to lift, some dumbbells or some water bottles are useful, or you can also use a single large dumbbell for certain exercises. You don't have to have a bench. You can do everything either standing, seated in a chair, or lying on the floor. All right, so let's at least stand up for our warm-up. We're gonna have the legs apart, knees soft, shoulders back and down. And we're gonna start with a breath up and exhale it out. Again. Very good. Now with your chin down, roll over to one side of your shoulder and over to the other. I only do forward half circles. It's a bit safer on the neck, okay? Complete the one you're on, go to the other side, and then just bring your head up to center. And now looking from right to center and left, back and forth. Very good. So you're really just loosening up, getting that blood flowing here. One more time. Okay, hands on shoulders and circle, circle. You can do 3 or 4 circles one way and then 3 or 4 the other way. Next, we're gonna do a motion that rounds forward as you exhale and opens as you inhale. So rounding the upper back and the upper chest. Your whole spine starts to get involved. You can exhale, pull the belly in on that exhalation. 1 or 2 more. Very good. Now just bring the legs a little bit closer together. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. Hands above your knees. Start with a flat back. You're going to tuck the tailbone, rounding up as you exhale. And then look forward, inhale and lengthen. So this is a little cat dog stretch. Doing flexion and extension of the spinal column. So those movements are really primary to your spine. And it's important to do these before you twist or bend sideways, okay? Roll it all the way up to the top and release. Good, so now you're ready for some side bending. So just take it side to side. You can reach down the leg. Keep your shoulders back. And just, you don't have to be at my pace. I've got a little music playing in the background, but I'm not even necessarily on the tempo right now. Good, over and up. Over and up. How about one more on each side? Very good. Now next we're going to rotate, but it's not like what you might think. We're going to actually spiral. So I want you to turn your feet. Turn your feet. That rotates your knees, your hips, and now just start to swing the arms around. And let the arms almost feel like a dead weight. They're just swinging. Yeah. So we're loosening up that spinal column. Now, all of our major joints have a fluid. It's like their oil. It's called synovial fluid. So the warm-up, bring the arms up higher. When we do it dynamically like this, just moving, okay, it starts to warm up the synovial fluid. And that just kind of drips down through your joints and makes them more comfortable. And then slowly release, let the arms come down, okay? Excellent job. So I think we're ready to roll. We're going to go ahead and do chest presses first. So to warm up the chest muscle group a little bit more, and you can do this, just prior to an exercise, is we'll go ahead and do a set of push-ups to give you a more thorough warm-up on the chest. Now the push-up exercise can be done kneeling on your toes. If you have a shoulder injury, you can even do them at the wall, kind of standing at an angle. So choose your position. I'm just going to go right down onto the mat here and try to stay within the camera range as much as I can. Your hands are just below the shoulders a little bit wider. Keep your belly in, and either knees or toes are standing. Here we go. You're going to go down and exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Good. 4 more. Inhale down, exhale it up. Inhale down, exhale up. 2 more. Inhale down, exhale up. One more time. Inhale down, exhale up. All right, let's go ahead and peel ourselves up. You're going to want some weights now. If you're using water jugs, one in each hand. If you're using dumbbells, grab those. I'm gonna go ahead and do my chest press on the bench with the water jugs. So whether you're on the bench or on the floor, you're gonna roll yourself down, knees bent, and start with your weights up. So get them up and turn your palms away from your body, knuckles facing in, okay? Then open like a goal post. That means the wrist and elbow are in alignment. Exhale, now here you can turn the palms in to meet and then rotate them back down. Exhale, bring them up and inhale down. Exhale, up, inhale down. One of the mistakes that people make when they're doing a chest press is if they're on a bench, they lower the elbows below the shoulder joint. That can be very stressful on the shoulder joint. If you were working with a barbell, you would try to follow the same goal of just elbows to shoulder joint. If you're on the ground, just touch your elbows to the floor and that should be perfect. And I'm not necessarily counting reps today. We're just getting through the exercise. Do as many as you can. Try a couple more. Very good. Now how do you get out of this? Pull your knees in. Set the weight on the knees and use the weight to help roll you up. And then set the weight down. All right, so that was your chest press. Now what's gonna happen is we're gonna do a superset and go back and forth between two muscle groups. So what the chest muscles do is they push things away from your body, right? So when you think opposition, what does the opposing muscle group do? Well, it pulls things toward the body. So you're gonna contract your shoulder blades together, and that's your rhomboid muscles and your middle trapezius. So for that, we do a row. And we also want to use gravity, because we don't have machines. So to use gravity, you have to lean forward somehow. If you have a lower back injury or something, I was suggesting seated and lean forward. You'll have weights in your hands and you'll drive it up like that. If you're okay to stand, then you'll be standing and you can grab your weights, one in each hand. You're gonna bend partial. So this is just called a hip hinge. So it's not as deep as a squat, but it does allow you to bend forward. Pull your belly in. If you want to stand, but it's still a little bit of an issue on your low back, stagger your feet, okay? So here we go. We're gonna drive it up, squeeze between your shoulder blades, and bring it right back down. And you're gonna drive it up and bring it right back down. Now with the palms in, the arms tend to be more narrow or close to your body, okay? So that's definitely gonna be more the inner back or middle back. Exhale up, inhale it down. Now I'm going to give you another option. Turn your knuckles forward, okay? This is a wide row. So when we go wide, it's akin to using a barbell and pulling that barbell up towards your chest. And when we're wide, we start to bring in the latissimus dorsi a little bit more, okay? So play around with that, either palms in or palms back. You can do one of each, like I'm doing right now. Just keeping those knees bent, keeping that back flat. It's really easy to get lazy and start hunching. Do not hunch here. Keep it back nice and extended. One more. And then just stand up. Get those hips into those shoulders again. And go ahead and set those weights down. I suggest you take a sip of water. You want to continue to hydrate your muscles as you exercise. So the next one that we're going to do is called the pullover. And I really like this exercise because of synergy. It's going to work your latissimus dorsi, these muscles here that pull down, but it also uses your chest for assisting. And a lot of people make the mistake of bending their elbows when they're doing it. Keep the elbows almost straight. So you're going to lie flat as you do this, but watch my arms. I'm going to hold a weight, and the arms are going to come up right by the ears. That's how you know your alignment. If you're lying on the floor, the weight will probably touch the ground. If you're on a bench, the ground won't be there. So use your arms, and it'll come right over your chest. So grab either one heavy weight, or if you have lighter weights, you can always crisscross them like this and hold them both, okay? I'm just going to choose one heavier weight. So everybody will be on either the floor or your bench. Lie back, knees bent, just like you did for chest press. Bring the weight up right over your chest, chin tucked, belly in. Keep the elbows almost straight. Here we go. Inhale, going back. 2, and exhale up. Inhale back. Exhale up. Take your time. If you need to move slower than me, please do so. Inhale it back. If any time an exercise is painful, you can reduce the weight, but you can also reduce your range of motion, okay? And it's very key on this to keep the elbows almost straight. Otherwise, you're gonna be working the tricep, and the goal here is to work your back muscles and your chest muscles. Do several more. Inhaling back, just practice the breathing. Concentrate on the muscle groups. Make sure your belly button's held in and your feet are on the floor. Last time. Now hold on tight to the weight. Bring your knees in. Place the weight against your thighs. Use the dumbbell weight to roll yourself up, okay? It'll give you some assistance there. So that was the pullover. All right, so next, those are usually the exercises that people would use the most amount of weight doing, because then we start to progress to some smaller muscle groups. We're next gonna do what's called a military press. And so it's a kind of a classical exercise. It primarily used to be done with a barbell that would go behind the neck. We know a lot more about neck safety and how to properly work out than we did even 10 years ago. And so not as many people do that behind the head anymore. We tend to keep it in front because it's much easier on the shoulder joint, all right? So that's our goal. This exercise you can do standing or seated, or if you're on the floor and you don't have anything to sit on, you can kneel and do it, all right? So sitting on a chair or bench, standing or kneeling. You're gonna place the weight. The classical method would be like you're holding a barbell, palms forward, and it's gonna go up wide and back down to the goalpost. Exhale up, inhale down. Now an option is to have the palms in, and keeping the weight closer to the body is definitely easier on the shoulder joint. So if you've had any shoulder injuries or impingements, use a lighter weight and do palms in, all right? So let's go. If you're not already doing it, join me now. You wanna exhale as you go up, inhale as you come down. So we're gonna play a little bit with rhythm now. Up, 2, and down, 2. One more time, 2 counts up, and 2 counts down. 3 counts up, 1, 2, 3, down, 4. Up, 2, 3, down, 4. Up, 2, 3, down, 4. One more time, up, 2, 3. Good. Now up quick and slowly come down. Yeah. Up quick and slowly come down. Very nice. Up quick, slowly come down. Last time, up quick and slowly come down. Beautiful. You can set those weights down and grab a sip of water. So that was your military press. So muscle groups that you just worked. Upper trapezius, okay? And then your deltoids also help out, which we're gonna move into deltoids next. So frontal, anterior. Medial is a lateral raise. And if you bend forward, then you can get the posterior deltoid, okay? Because it does horizontal abduction. So what we're gonna do is think a lighter weight, maybe the weight you just used for the military. And you can do, again, this standing or seated. So since I did the last one seated, I'll do this one standing. The standing position, whenever you're doing barbell or dumbbell work, is feet slightly apart, a little bit wider base than your hips. Knees should be bent the whole time. Not a deep bend, just softly bent, belly in, and spine neutral. Watch the arms, thumbs lead, forward, just to shoulder height and back down. Exhale as you come up, inhale as you go down. Exhale coming up, inhale coming down. Do it again. Good, exhale up, inhale down. I'm gonna show that sideways so you can see the level of the weight, no higher than shoulder joint. Watch in a mirror if you have one, and make sure that the hips stay put. So you wanna avoid the hips coming forward, okay? Keep it nice and neutral. One more time. Good. Okay, just kind of reset. Now I'm gonna bring the feet in a little bit closer now and keep the knees bent because I'm gonna do lateral raises. So when you do the lateral raise, you just want more space. My legs are wide, the hands can't come in quite as much. So I just narrow them up a little bit. Still the knees are bent, the tailbone is tucked, okay? Here we go. Out, shoulder height, and slowly back down. So let's do 3 counts up. 1, 2, 3, down, 1. Up, 2, 3, down. Good. Up, 2, 3, down. Again, go up, 2, 3. Now up 1 and down 3, 2, 1. Up 1, down 2, 3, 4. Up 1, down 2, 3, 4. Last time, up 1, down 2, 3, 4. Now an option on that one, if you're like, oh, that was really hard, or my weights are just too heavy, bend the elbows. When you bend a lever on this one, it brings the weight again closer to the body, okay? And so it makes it a lot easier to do. And in a hierarchy of strength, the frontal anterior deltoid is usually the strongest, the middle one is not as strong, and the posterior, the back of that shoulder, is the weakest point. So that's often where people get injured. So to do the posterior, I'm going to bend sideways. We're going to do that hip hinge again. You could also choose to be seated. And so seated, your thumbs are in. You move this bottle. And you're going to drive it out to the side and down, okay? So standing, it's the same method. You're just leaning forward. Your spine is very supported from the front of your body. Here we go. Drive it up and back down. Up and back down. Try to give a little pause at the top. You're really working against gravity here to get the back side of that shoulder. And if you use the same amount of weight for anterior, medial, and posterior, you'll really probably notice it most on the posterior side. Good. Give me 2 more. 1 more. Beautiful. All right. Weights down. We're working our way down to those smaller muscles. So bicep and tricep are next. We just have a few more minutes to go. Now, like all the other shoulder exercises, you can do this seated or standing or kneeling. If you have something you can balance on, even like kneeling or standing on a pillow, helps you to work other muscles in as well. So that's kind of a little tip if you want to intensify it. So we're going to start off. I'm going to stand on this one. There's 2 ways to do bicep curl when you have dumbbells. You have your hammer curl. Thumbs are forward. You come up, curl the pinky finger in, and then right back down. And then you also have your classical curl, just a straight, regular bicep curl. That's palms forward the whole time. And that would be, the reason I use the word classical is you'd hold a barbell to do this one. So we can do it either way, and we're going to do a little bit of both. So your stance, again, feet slightly wider than hips, knees are soft, shoulders back and down, belly in. Exhale, hammer curl up, inhale it down. We curl it up, 2, and down, 2. Up, 2, and down. One more of the 2 count. Up, 2, and down. 3 counts up. 1, 2, 3, and down. Up, 2, 3, and down. One more. Up, 2. Oh, I lied. One more time. Last one. Up, 2, 3. Now pause. Palms forward. Now we're going to go up 1 count and down 3. Up and down, down, down. Good. Up, down, down, down. Up, down, down. One more time. Go up, down, down. 2 counts. Up, up, and down, down. Good. Up, up, and down. 2 more times. Breathe it out. Last time. Up for 2, and down for 2. Excellent. Have a seat. Set those weights down. And we have worked our way all the way to the tricep. So that's the back of the arm coming up next. So the tricep, there's 2 ways that you can do tricep with these dumbbell or barbells and with limited equipment. So we have a single dumbbell that you can use sitting or standing. And I'm going to turn sideways so you can see a little more properly here. If you go, weight comes up, elbows in, spine long. You're going to bend it behind your head and up straight. Behind your head and up straight. So now I'm going to face you. I want you to see what the arms look like and what your arms should look like if you're watching in the mirror. You want your arms to be right up next to your ears, okay? Do not let them rotate outward. Very hard on the shoulder joint. And we want to be able to isolate the tricep and have the shoulder feel supported. So hug your cheekbones. You're going to bend it down and back up, down and back up. So you may favor that style. If you want something different, you would grab 2 dumbbells This would be done lying on the ground or lying on your bench. And the classical name is called a French curl. It's often done with a barbell, and it has the nickname of a headbanger. So with the barbell, you'll see it done, the palms are kind of angled, and the barbell comes down to the forehead. Not very safe with dumbbells. So if you turn the palms in, you're gonna miss your face, and you're gonna bend your elbows like you're framing your face in a picture. So the weights come right down next to your shoulders and ears and go all the way up straight. So you slowly bring it down and bring it right back up. Okay? So choose the exercise you want to do, either sitting or standing, behind the head extensions, or I'm going to go ahead and, since I'm here, I'm going to do the French curls. All right? So select your position, bring the weight up. Here we go, everybody. Bend your elbows, bring the weight either behind your head or by your ears. Exhale, bring it up. Inhale it down, exhale it up. Right now we're in a 2 count. Up, up, down, down, up, up again, down, down, up, up. One more at the 2 count. All right, 3 counts down. 3, 2, 1, drive it up. 3, 2, 1, drive it up. 3, 2, 1, drive it up. One more. 3, 2, 1. Now down 1 and up for 3. Take your time. Good. Down 1. Maintain that alignment. Inhale down. Exhale up. Last rep. Down, up, up, up. Now if you're standing, bring the weight in front of you, place it on the floor. If you're on the ground or your bench, bend your knees. Bring the weight on top of your thighs. Press down and roll yourself up. Okay, so we're gonna do a few stretches now and target the muscles that you trained. So you can, to stretch the chest out, you can bring your hands behind the body. You can grab a bench or your bed or even a doorknob, whatever you got, and just press the chest forward and the hands back. And then let go, bring the arms up wider, same thing. Pinch your shoulder blades, broaden the front of the body. Good. And then slowly relax. Now bring the hands in front, clasping, round out, tuck your chin. So here we stretch the upper and middle back. Reach the knuckles to one side of the room. Pass through the center and reach to the other. Come back to neutral. Go palms up. So a little bit behind the crown of your head is a good stretch. Relax, bring it down. Very good. Now to stretch your tricep, I'm going to just kneel to the side. Bring the elbow up, grab a hold of it, and bring it behind. If you have a hard time reaching over your head, you can also go from the front here and just pull it up. Okay? Release, bring it down, and do the other side. Bring it up, and either hold over the top or from the front, pushing it. Okay? So this is that tricep area. So remember, if you got to the end of this and you're like, that one set just wasn't enough, then just go back through and repeat everything one more time, okay? Because yeah, I agree, one set is not enough. But you know, we only want to watch a video for so long, so yeah, get what you can out of it, or roll through it and pause it at those points where you want to repeat an exercise. Hands are behind your back, you're clasping and lengthening. Good, and release. And we have one more stretch that we're gonna do. And so you're gonna bring one arm across the front. If you push that arm into your hand and drop both shoulders to the same level, that's the safest way to do it. And then relax and see if you can stretch a little bit closer. Turn your head and look. Head back to neutral, let it go. And switch, bring the arm across. Press your arm into your hand. And then slowly turn your head. Bring it back to neutral and release. Good. Clasp your hands behind your back, but just set them on your hips. Tilt your head to one side, stretching out your neck nicely. And just a slow roll to the other side. Nice neck stretch. And chin down in the center. Let go of the hands. Hands on your thighs. Inhale up. Raise the arms. And exhale it out. All right. So the appropriate recovery would be to continue drinking water. have a solid meal within the next couple hours with some protein, some vegetables, and some type of starch. Okay, starch can be a piece of bread, or it can be some rice, or it can even be a yam, a sweet potato, okay? And then you would not want to repeat this same workout tomorrow. So your muscles need some time to recover, and that's a formula. So we go overload plus recovery equals adaptation. And that is our formula for all workouts, everything that we do, okay? So with muscle conditioning, you wanna rest and do the workout every other day, okay? If you lift really heavy, you probably need 2 days to recover those same muscle groups. All right, so that's my tip of the day. Have a wonderful afternoon or evening, and thank you so much for joining me.